All right, so we have our two packages from Georgia. They're nice and big ones. It's April 1st, and we're gonna put these bees. We're gonna install them, and there's lots of ways to do it. But the main goal is to get the queen situated between a couple of frames, and then get the bees in there, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So we're gonna do that. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is try to open this box, and they're usually put together in slightly different ways. Let me spritz them a little here. This is a beautiful 55, 60 degrees after a nasty rainy day. I'm just giving them a little bit of syrup water on them. It's warm enough. And here we go. So it looks like we have a couple of staples, and then the queen will be attached to this. The queen cage will be attached to that. Nobody will fly out immediately because there's a syrup bottle in the way. Syrup bottle. All right, now the trick is to get the syrup bottle out. It's not always easy, but usually you can kind of pry it out like this. Oh, maybe I have to tip it to the side and get it to come out. There we go. It's coming out. Nice. Pull the syrup bottle out, and these are ready to come out and do their thing. All right. Probably should have my brush to brush them off.
Smoke?
No, we don't need smoke. These bees are happy. They're happy bees. Now I need to get the queen. Here's the queen. She's coming out.
It's in a slot.
I'm gonna shake the queen a little bit. Here we go. Pry the queen off. I should have my knife handy. Okay, well let's. I'm trying to get this staple unstapled here. Okay. So we can shake the bees off and shake them right in here into the hive. So here's our queen cage. Now we want to inspect the queen, make sure she's alive in there. Looking at the queen. Oh boy, do you see anybody alive in there? I don't see anybody moving. Do you see that? This could be a bad scene, a bad situation. Queen? I think we have an expired queen, you guys. That is the first I've seen of that happen. All right, it's good I got it on video.
Pry that open.
We'll get another queen here shortly. That is unfortunate. Luckily, can you see in there? Nobody's moving.
No, they aren't.
All right, so we have a queenless box. I'm tempted to just put them back in, but you know what I'm going to do is put the dead queen cage in as if the queen is there, because there might be some smell still in there to keep them thinking that there's a queen, even though there isn't a queen. All right, so I'm going to smoosh that in, and we'll dump these bees in, and we'll go get ourselves another queen. Sorry guys, no queen. All right, you can cut for now. Shake these bees in. A couple of jerky shakes like that, and they all fall in. All right, so there we go.
They just naturally go down in
Yeah,
frames.
they will. They will. All right. And that's all there is to it. Where's my smoke? Oh, you got to keep squeezing it.
I did.
all right.
Stop.
We're good. I'm hoping that they're going to go down in there. All right. So we have one dead queen.
There you go. Still down.
Let's hope the other one's alive. All right, we can cut for now. So it's disappointing that our first packaged queen was dead. Never seen that before. That's kind of unusual. Hoping for the best on this one. I'm gonna have to get a queen ASAP. Probably this evening I'll get a queen, because without a queen they're not gonna really establish themselves. So if this one has a queen, we'll be good. Let's get the syrup bottle out. So we can get that syrup bottle out. Here we go. Little syrup bottle. All right, syrup bottle's out. Pull the queen out. Yeah, so it's hooked onto this tape, yeah. So I'm gonna try to release it off. There, that's better. And shake the bees off. Now we need to inspect this and see if the queen is in there. Oh yeah, now take a look this time. There's a queen running all around in there like crazy. The queen is really lively, really healthy. See the queen, that big one?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that in there. All right, so we're good now. We got a queen. What I'm gonna do is push the queen down in between these two frames that I have separated out like this. Oh, first, before I do that, I need my little tool. Can I have the screwdriver? So there's a candy plug and a cork.
Yep.
Whoops, you need to remove that cork and then drill a little hole in the candy plug. Carefully, not to stab the queen to death. So now there's a little hole communicating between the queen, and they're gonna actually let her out. Now we need to put this in the hive so that that plug is up, so that if one of these other bees dies, it doesn't plug the hole.
Right.
So we're gonna put it, again, we're gonna put this facing this way in between a couple of frames, and you can see the bees are flying around her. They like that smell of the queen. So let me just wedge her in here like this, hole up.
You don't have it facing
I'm gonna pull
the
this
frame,
off.
you kind of put it away.
There we go. Let's get this silly thing off of here. All right, here we go. All right, so wedge this in. Wedge this in into the wax. Like that. Well, the wax is a little harder than I expected it to be, so we're gonna have to just wedge it in. Let's see. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge here. Okay, I'm going to squeeze it in a little bit like that, hold it in place, and then I can see it still there, holding in place, and I'm going to use my hive tool. Where's my hive tool? There it is. And I'm going to push these together firmly from the side. Okay, so I can see the queen is there, it's stuck there. As long as I'm careful dumping these in, we shouldn't have any trouble. Let's pull out a couple of frames and dump our bees in. So what I didn't do right last time was I didn't take out a couple of frames, and they just piled on top.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the fun part. All right, here we go. Cha, cha, cha. A little side-to-side motion, and almost all the bees came out, as you can see. Fall right in. All right, and then the rest will fly in. All right, great. We'll replace these frames gently, and they'll find the queen, and life will be good for them.
She'll eat through the rest of the candy and get out.
Okay. So she will. We'll put the inner cover on. All right. Put the outer cover on. A little bit of an angle, and they'll find their way in there. Okay.
You give them a little bit of extra with the angle, a little extra space
A little
on top
extra
and
air,
the
yeah,
bottom.
so they can find their way in easier.